Yes. Hey guys, very good evening to all of you. कैसे हैं सभी लोग? I hope my voice and my video is very much clear to all of you. Quickly tell me in the chat box. You can see me perfectly. You can hear me. Okay, so yes. So we'll be starting in a session very soon. Very good evening. So I'm reading a chat box as well. This is for 2024 master plan. The session is happening in 2023, so we'll be discussing few things about this year's examination as well, and majority focus will be there on the total examination, Indian Economic Service, and in 2024 what you have to do, what are the things you have to keep in mind to crack this examination, this thing that we are going to discuss. Okay, so I'll be taking lot of queries, lot of doubts, concern. So this session belong to those who have lot of doubts in understanding this exam pattern. For all of you, we have compiled a great PDF for this examination where you will get each and every detail of Indian Economic Services examination conducted by UPSC. For that PDF will be available on Ecoholics mobile app. Download it for free. Okay, so I've given the link in the description as well, and as well as in the comment section. So you can see in the comment section, and I can see the app download link. You can download it and you will get that PDF absolutely for free because you are attending this session. Those who will see the recording, for them you have to contact on the numbers given in the description. Okay, yes. So most of you were also there in the evenings Instagram live as well. Okay, so here we will be discussing about the Indian Economic Service examination. Just tell me, are you preparing for 2023 or 2024? Everyone, first of all tell me that are you preparing for 2023 or 2024? Everyone. Pankaj, you are talking about eligibility. I told you at the beginning of this session that I have compiled a great PDF regarding this examination. So a detailed PDF you will find on the Ecoholics mobile app. Okay, Ecoholics mobile app, you just download it, you will get that PDF. If not, you can WhatsApp me on my number, and I am sharing my personal WhatsApp number here, 722-394-6092. okay, this is my personal WhatsApp. If you just drop a WhatsApp, we'll give you that PDF as well. Okay, so majority of students are for 2024. Yes, I think all of you are for 2024, and this session we'll be discussing about the master plan for 2024 examination. Now why I call this master plan? Because of this result. This is the result of 2020, 21 and 22. Last 3 years result is very important. Last 3 years papers, PYQs are also important. So that is why I have taken only. So you can see that 12 out of 15. Before that 12 out of 31, and here 17 out of 23. The students from Ecoholics. So I will not focus much here. Why? Because the reason is how did they achieve this feat? I will explain in the next slide. Okay. So this is the result. Those who want the validation of the toppers, you can see a lot of videos uploaded on our YouTube channel, Instagram, as well as full detailed topper video on Ecoholics mobile app. Okay. So this is the master plan. This is the master plan for 2024 examination. I told you that there's a PDF we have compiled for you. That PDF is having a detailed explanation about Indian Economic Service examination. So if you have any doubt how to compile, how to read what is the syllabus, and what are the eligibility criteria, age limit, etc. A lot of things are there which is not clear by the government notification. So we have compiled and in a simplified language. For that you can just download the Ecoholics mobile app. Link is given in the chat box, so you can just download it, or in the description as well, and from that you will be able to get our PDF. Okay, एग्ज़ाम किस लैंग्वेज में होता है? एग्ज़ाम इज़ ओनली इन इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज माय डियर स्टूडेंट, दैट इज़ व्हाई आई एम फोकसिंग ओनली in English in this session. Okay, so we'll be discussing the master plan. So just tell me that you will be there for the session from 1 to 10 point. Don't lose the motivation, because if you can't listen, hey guys, can you hear me now? Okay, can you hear me? Yes, just tell me in the chat box if you can hear me. Yes, so there's some problem with the electricity. Okay, yeah. So what we were talking about is the master plan. Okay, so there was electricity cut off. We still live in a developing country, so please don't mind. Okay, so what we were discussing about the master plan for 2024 examination. ठीक है, yes, iOS पे भी ऐप है ना, you will find the app on iOS. You can just click on the link given in the description. Okay, so first one is about the syllabus. So we'll be discussing about syllabus, and in the syllabus what you need to do is you have to read the syllabus for all the 6 papers. Okay, all the 6 papers are very, very important. Why? Because it's all about general English plus general studies and the 4 subjects of economics. So if you are not well versed with the syllabus, then you will not be able to understand or you will not be able to make the plan for 2024 examination. Okay, taking point to understand what do you mean by syllabus. हम syllabus से क्या समझते हैं? Now syllabus is very vital, because whenever UPSC will make the paper for the final examination, they have 2 things in their mind. Number 1 is syllabus, from where they can draw certain amount of topics, and second is previous year question papers. So suppose I am making UPSC question paper, I'll keep in mind past few years, majorly 3, maximum you can say go for 5, and beyond that if you want you can go for last 10 years as well, because question do repeat, not exact question but the topics. Okay, so in the same lines what you can understand that in the syllabus as well as previous year question paper, these are the 2 most important thing for you, and it would work as like the major important source, because UPSC does not give any other source. So in the syllabus, if you are aware about what is there in the syllabus and what needs to be done, you will get the direction. Suppose for example you remember the whole syllabus and then you are reading a book or you are reading newspaper, and then you will come across with certain article. That article suppose related to agriculture, irrigation, in that irrigation, suppose for example you will be able to understand that this is the part of my syllabus, so you will read that article. Otherwise there's no need to read that particular article. Okay, I hope this makes sense to all of you. I hope are you able to understand what I'm trying to say. So I want everyone to raise their hand by writing yes I will. Okay, so in the comment section you will give me the promise that you will write the syllabus on pen and paper. Okay, so take out A4 size page. Okay, A4 size page, and write the syllabus on this paper and send it to me. Okay, so that is a proof of delivery. It means I am putting effort coming into this live session to give you master plan for 2024. Okay, then you have to give me something in return as the commitment. Okay, so just write I will if you do this exercise tomorrow. Okay, so syllabus done. I hope this makes sense. I hope you are able to understand. Okay, then the second one is timetable. Now let me tell you a very important thing, very honestly, that we all make timetables. We all make timetables, like we'll wake up at XYZ time, then we'll do this, we'll study, then we'll do lunch, then again study, newspaper, revision, classes, then again take a small break in the evening, and this is how. Okay, so we all make timetable, but how many of us are able to stick to the timetable? So sticking to the timetable is very vital. Okay, now can you tell me in the comment section that why you are not able to stick to the timetable? We make timetable, but we are not able to stick to it. Can you tell me the reason? Anyone in the comment section? थोड़ा सा लेट चलता है comment, है ना? So there's a lag, 30 second to 40 second lag. Okay. Yes, so Rishabh is saying he has already written the syllabus. Okay, only 2 students said that they will write. Others are just watching the Saturday evening. Okay, so others may or may not write, but that's a very important exercise. Okay. Now tell me the reason why you are not able to stick to the timetable. The reason is very simple, because our estimation, okay, our estimation is very different from the reality. Okay, our estimation is very different from our reality. The reason, all of you must have used Google Maps. All of you must have used Google Maps. In that Google Maps, suppose for example, you are moving from one direction to another direction, Google Map will show you the estimated time and the estimated or the distance, exact distance. Okay, these 2 things Google Map will give you. Now when we make timetable, we are not aware about the reality. We are aware about the distance, but we are not aware about the time. So the same lines, we try to overestimate our capacity. Our capacity is way lower than we imagine. Suppose for example, can you tell me, in a day, all of you must have seen H.L. Ahuja book of microeconomics. If I ask you, Advanced Microeconomics book H.L. Ahuja, how many pages you can read? How many pages you can read per hour? Per hour, how many pages you can read? Can you tell me in the comment section? Okay, there are the students saying that because of guidance, yes, guidance, I think guidance covers 50% of your preparation. Because if you are going on the wrong way, suppose you have to go from Delhi to Mumbai and you are going from Delhi to Kolkata, obviously irrespective of how much hard work you will do, you will not be able to reach your destination, because your destination is to go to Mumbai, not Kolkata. Getting my point? Yes. So Bushra is saying because of guidance, is very true. Rishabh is saying it becomes too hectic sometimes. Again, Rishabh, the same thing, estimation versus reality. Sadaf is saying leisure and lack of discipline. Yes, I totally agree. The discipline is very important, because day one we are very excited, but later on gradually, we face that utility, diminishing utility concept. Okay. Next is too complicated timetable I make. Now because of temperature variation in my area, I'll live on to the floor, that disturbs my timetable. Yes, we can say external internal factor. Okay. Sometimes phone is the distraction, not able to focus and other stuff. Procrastination. Okay. So students, 3 students gave me the answer for microeconomics HL Ahuja book, that they can read how many pages per hour. Okay. Can anyone tell me approximately how many pages do we have in our HL Ahuja book, Advanced Microeconomics HL Ahuja? How many total number of pages do we have? It's approximately 1300 plus. 1300 plus is the number of pages that we have. Okay. Now can you imagine if I consider 5 pages per hour? Okay. So 5 pages per hour of 1300. Okay. Can you tell me how many number of hours you need? Okay. How many number of hours you need to complete this book? So it's simple, 1300 divided by 5. Okay. Yeah, 1300 plus, yes. So you need 260 hours. 260 hours you need, okay, to complete HL Ahuja with one time reading, not taking into consideration the notes making, not taking into consideration the diminishing utility, not taking into consideration the revision of that. It's like one time reading requires 260 hours. When we have 260 hours need, for example, you will be able to study 2 hours per day. It means half year, almost 6 months you need to cover or read only Advanced Microeconomics HL Ahuja. Okay. So I hope you are able to understand. What I am showing you is this, the reality. And what's the estimation? By just basic mathematics. Okay, in these times you will have your down days as well, downturn. Sometimes you will be able to accelerate, sometimes you will have your university exam, sometimes you will have your coaching classes, sometimes you have test series, sometimes you have other subjects as well. Imagine how many books you have to read, for example. So it is clear that a reading from cover to cover is not desirable. This examination does not require any book to be read from cover to cover. Okay. So it means you need to choose few things. So what is more important right now for you is the time. You need to save time. You need to use your time as a resource, which is resources are always scarce. We have studied in our 12th class NCERT. Resources are always scarce. Okay. So I hope you are able to understand here. The timetable is very important, and here in timetable see the reality. See the run rate, what we call. In cricket we see how many balls remaining, how many runs we need. Okay. Make your timetable accordingly. Understand your capacity first. So for next 7 days you just study to understand your capacity. How many number of hours you can study, how many number of pages per hour you can study, how many answers you can write, how many times you can do revision. Okay. So timetable whenever you are making, you have to keep in mind. So in the timetable, okay, I am giving you the most important thing. You make timetable only from Monday to Friday. Okay, Saturday you give for revision and Sunday you do test. This is the exact policy we follow at Ecoholics. In our live classes, we teach from Monday to Friday. Saturday is a revision day for the students and Sunday there will be test. And test में क्या आता है? Whatever we have taught from Monday to Friday. That's a weekly test that we are talking about in our live class batch, which is starting from 1st May. Okay, this is the only batch you will get for 2024 examination. It takes 1 year to complete. So this is a new batch that we are starting from 1st May, live classes. What we follow? The same thing. You also follow the same thing. Okay, you'll be able to understand. I hope this is clear, how we can make the timetable in our mind. Okay. Next. So we are discussing the third one, PYQs and answer writing practice. By the time, I'll just read the comment from Rishabh. Sir, if we start from the low efforts required timetable, it makes us scared in head that the time is running by, and if we complicate, it becomes a short term effort. No, I'm not saying you should make it complicated. I'm just showing you the reality. If you are like away from reality, if you're just thinking that I am in a competitive exam mode, then obviously you are at cloud 9 thinking about some dream which is yet to be achieved. Okay. So the answer to your question is that you have to understand reality. It's a brutal reality of competitive examination that you have to make a proper plan, otherwise there is a lot of competition. So you have to work really hard in order to get that dream, because if you put half-hearted effort, you will never get what you desire. Okay, I'm not talking about competitive exam, in life in particular, half-hearted effort will not work. So you have to understand that whether you are getting motivation from this or whether you are getting some kind of depression, but reality is very vital, because if you do not see reality, if you do not have that courage to face the reality, then my dear student, this exam is not for you. Okay, it's better to do something else and leave this examination, because this examination is conducted by UPSC, and UPSC, you know, is known for toughest examination. So this is very vital to have a clarity in mind. Okay, I hope I am able to address Rishabh. Next is PYQs and answer writing practice. This is very simple. The answer is in the examination is in a written mode. Okay, written mode. And what students make mistakes, it's a very common mistake. They just read. Okay, they just read. Only read. That's it. They do not write. Okay, so they read, but they do not write. They think that once we'll complete the syllabus, we'll start answer writing. That's why at Ecoholics, we give weekly tests. Every week you have to write it, and these tests will expire at 10 PM on Sunday. So we have deadline for 10 hours to write that weekly test. On your flexibility, you can write. So what is important here is to read as well as write simultaneously, because you will never be perfect in answer writing. And on YouTube, there are so many videos of these guys, so many videos. And in our batches, we call these students to take sessions as well for you. Ask one thing from all of these. Ask one thing, which is very common. Ask one question. Were you able to complete the syllabus a day before your final examination, in which you got the rank, the name in the final list? All of you will say the answer is no. They were not able to complete the syllabus. So which one is the right strategy? Strategy number 1 or strategy number 2? Can you tell me? The strategy 1 surely will win. The answer to this question is, because if you just read, you will not write. But When you start writing, you'll work at 50% efficiency. And imagine writing in the examination hall. There's a lot of pressure. So writing practice is vital. And at Ecoholics, we try to focus very much on answer writing. Okay. There are mentorship sessions, live answer writing sessions. In answer writing, we focus on each and every keyword. You have no idea what UPSC is asking and what we have to write. People write answers and they say, I have written it well, UPSC did not give me that enough marks. My dear student, if they are asking to explain and you are writing discuss, if they are asking to narrate and you are writing critically analyze, then obviously you will not get the desired marks. Okay. So that is very important to understand the demand of the question, include keywords, data, facts, graph, and there are n number of things in answer writing which I take sessions for 4 to 6 hours to explain to the students what is answer writing. And then they realize that whatever we have done till this point is totally wrong in the opposite direction. Because for example, if you are writing it and not able to get the thought process, you are somewhere at the wrong place. So my dear students, it's very important to get haphazard thoughts, because thoughts will always be haphazard. But how to structure that, how to convert that into a funnel is very vital. Is very vital. Okay. Yes. All of you done? Any doubt in this can ask. Okay. Let's move forward. Fourth one. Recent trend. Recent trends are vital, especially in the GS subject and Indian economy. Although in other subjects also, like in international economics, paper 2 is also very important in recent trends. Okay, then again in macroeconomics, inflation, banking related topics, financial market, these all are related to recent trends. Okay, so these are important things, recent trends, in order to understand. Now for recent trend, what you will do? You will read newspaper. Okay, you will read newspaper. Okay, just a second. Now recent trends in GS and Indian economy. This is very important because all the questions in GS you will get on the basis of a big news which is related to geography or disaster management, a political aspect in polity, in historical aspect, suppose this is 2023, what happened in 1923, what happened in 1823. Okay, so these are the things very vital related to contemporary events. Now recent trends you will get from newspaper only. And the next point is current affairs. I'll come on to that as well, or I'll just explain it along with it because these two are related to it. Okay, so current affairs. Now current affairs PDF will be provided by Ecoholics. We provide weekly compilation because reading newspaper is compulsory, my dear student. Why? Because in the editorial section, okay, editorial, you will get the opinion, how to write introduction, how to write body, how to insert data, how to talk about facts, examples, and how to write conclusion. This you will get from editorial. But you know that there are several newspapers. In economics, this is very current related, very dynamic. So a lot of things happening simultaneously in India, throughout the world, lot of things are there. You cannot read all the newspaper. I would recommend to read 1 or 2 editorials, that's it. Because you have to read H.L. Ahuja. Remember in the initial minutes of the session, I told you that you have to read some books as well. The hard copy study material that Ecoholics will provide, that you have to read. So there are so many things that you have to deal with. Now you cannot read the newspaper for like 2 hours, 3 hours. No. You have to finish the newspaper in maximum 60 minutes, or maybe we can go up to 90 minutes. That's it. Not beyond 90 minutes. So read editorial, and then whatever the weekly development happening, cover it from current affairs PDF, because this is information. Okay, information. Let me tell you one more thing. People have a lot of doubts, like if we read the current affairs from any UPSC Civil Services magazine, you can read, there's no issue, but there's a lot of content which is not required for Indian Economic Service exam. For Indian Economic Service examination, we give approximately 10 to 15 page PDF, a weekly compilation of the current affairs related to economics, and that is very vital. Okay, so if you just download the app, you will find those. Okay, make sense abhi tak? Next point, point number 6, approach. Now approach is vital. In college, what we do is we have the syllabus in college, then what we do, we go for books, okay, and then we see previous year question papers, and then we give exam. The approach is totally opposite in the competitive exam. Approach is, first you have to see PYQs, then you see syllabus, okay, then you go for books, and then give exam. Please remember this, this is very vital. We have the habit of following the first strategy since our school days. But you know, the second strategy works in the competitive examination. If you know where you have to go, like PYQ, syllabus, direction, okay, then if you go for books, topics, hard copy study material provided by Ecoholics, or any other content on internet, newspaper, anything, you will get your 360-degree preparation. Okay. Currently Rishabh is reading the Hindu. So Hindu, ठीक है, and you can go for Financial Express as well if you want. And it depends on language. You can follow Mint as well, or in general you can follow Indian Express, okay, and the Hindu. So these are the few options depending on your understanding. See, reading the newspaper does not mean that you have to read the very toughest newspaper, because in answer writing, if you write the lines written in the newspaper, you will not be able to recall in the examination. So always write answers in your own language, in your own words. It is easy to recall, because it's difficult to recall other person's language, their sentences. Okay, so read which newspaper which you are comfortable. Okay, it's not about a certain newspaper that you have to follow in order to qualify the exam. It's like total freedom. Okay, Rishabh. Bushra is saying, can you provide the editorial section because it's hard to find the concept? Yes, yes. Yes, Financial Express I also personally like better than Mint. And because you will get the direction in Financial Express. It's not like that in Financial Express you have to search a lot of things. In Mint you find a lot of news which is not useful for our examination. But Financial Express you will find a lot of content which is very knowledgeable, very to the point, you know, as well as from the positive perspective. Yes. So Bushra, if you download the app, you will get the notification on a daily basis. On app, we post the important articles of the day, and you can read that. Otherwise, on our on my WhatsApp number, I'll write it again: 722-394-6092. This is my personal WhatsApp number, and there we'll be posting the status on a daily basis about the important articles. Okay. Yes. Okay, approach is done. Next is planning. Now planning is somewhat related to the second point, timetable. But let me tell you, planning is a broader perspective, broader scope than timetable. Now planning means when you will be able to finish General Economics 1, when you will be finishing General Economics 2, when you will be finishing General Economics 3 and Indian Economics. Plus we have General English and General Studies. Okay. So here I'll write ENG, not to get confused. Now planning is what? I'll tell you to adopt a box or a folder technique here. Okay, folder technique. This is what I call folder technique. I teach my students to adopt this. Here in the folder technique, you make folder and you make notes on A4 size paper. Okay, this is A4 size sheet. Suppose you have made some notes which are comfortable, okay, in reading. So here you can say 3 days and here you can say weekly. So 3 folders you make these notes on A4 size sheet. Like suppose for example in Indian Economics or in General Economics 2, 3, you find one topic. Suppose for example we'll take the topic of WTO, World Trade Organization. Now you have made the notes, all the details you have written, all the angles you have written regarding UPSC can ask the question of WTO. Now if you think that WTO is near your heart, it means does not require much of the revision. So what you do is you just put this WTO into this weekly box or weekly folder. Okay, suppose for example you have made notes of IMF or you have made notes of mercantilism. Now mercantilism, it's difficult to remember, suppose for example. So you put that here in a daily revision folder. IMF is somewhat you can say not daily, not weekly. This is how box technique that we use, and to give our students a proper technique so that they will be able to save their time and have important impact on their studies. Efficient, optimized studies. So in this box technique, what we do is we do this 3 folders. Maybe you can go for one more like a monthly. Also there is no limit, or maybe you can go in between daily and 3 days, some as alternate days, and just put these things here. Now those who are revising daily can shift to another box later on, and this is how you will be able to well versed with your planning. Okay, I hope makes sense. So I told you one of the part of the planning in the course, I'll be dealing on this planning for approximately 1.5 hours. And each thing that we'll be discussing in detail in our Indian Economic Services course. Okay, next one is multitasking. Now generally I'm not in a favor of multitasking, but as an aspirant of UPSC examination, you have to be good at multitasking. Now revision is vital and practice of the modules is also important. Now you have to understand your strength and weakness. Okay, what we call SWOT analysis. So in SWOT analysis, I would say analyze your first 2. Opportunity and threats are there, but you can ignore it. Right now you just work for your strength and your weakness. Under strength you find out those topics. So list out those topics and write it under strength. Here also list out those topics and write under weakness. And then you divide the syllabus like 50% is strength, 50% weakness, 60-40, and try to shift these topics to this. Okay. So again, a multitasking is somewhere people find it very efficient. Another way of multitasking I'll tell you is when we read 1 hour per subject. Okay. Now I found very easy technique. Suppose for example, I am studying 6 hours per day. So 1 hour each I'll be studying General English, General Studies, General Economics 1 and so on. I hope you understand. This is also multitasking. It means suppose you are studying microeconomics, you are not able to generate that interest, then I would say that 1 to 1.5 hour, it means approximately 90 minutes you should give to one sitting and one particular topic, subject, that will be helpful. Okay, make sense? Any doubt, please ask. Next is good books and newspaper. So newspaper I told you earlier, so here we talk about good books. Now good books means the hard copy study material that we provide is there, but imagine that if you total the pages of the number of books recommended for this examination, it comes around 12,000. Our material is somewhat 800 to 1000 pages. So you can imagine that containing this content in these less number of pages is a daunting task for us as well. So we have not given anything in large detail, but for a revision, for a quick revision, for understanding the topic, for getting a direction, our hard copy study material is vital. But for few subjects, suppose you are not good in econometrics, you are not good at econometrics, what you will do is you have to follow the Gujarati book, at least for few chapters. Rest of the things you can cover from our study material. So good books are important, and for those good books I have a playlist on YouTube channel, IES books. I told each and every topic and the book, reference book which is required. So you can just watch that. I am not going to repeat this again because it will take another half an hour. Okay. And the last one is positive attitude. Believing is important. If you yourself will not believe that you will crack this examination, I would say no one can take the guarantee for it. So just make sure that you believe, you have the positive attitude. This is the graph of your preparation. When you start your preparation, it will be like this, but somewhere you will find a dip, then again you will attend some session, you will find a jump, then again you will find a dip, then you will give the test and suppose you scored good marks, then again for few consecutive tests you are not scoring well, suppose you are not able to study, then again it's like that. So your preparation will be like this. But the most important thing that if you draw a line like this, it should be growing upwards. Keep talking to me, whether you are a student of Ecoholics or not, we are there to help you, because our aim is to make economics accessible and easy to understand for each and every student. Whether you are a subscribed student or not, doesn't matter. So if you feel anything to have in your mind, don't worry, just connect on our number, or if you are not comfortable with the number, email ID is also there, contact@ecoholics.in, academics@ecoholics.in. I'll show you. This is the email ID. Okay, I'll give you at the end of the session. So what I'm telling is revision plus answer writing is selection. Okay, so if you want to top this year's examination, I would highly recommend to follow these two very, very rigorously, very diligently. I'm telling you, no one will stop your selection from here. Okay. Next, what Ecoholics can do for you is we provide mentorship, one-to-one mentorship. Okay, like here we are not interacting one-to-one, here one-to-many. It means I am saying and you are writing in the chat box, but we are having that facility to connect with each of you on a Zoom call, on a Google Meet, on a phone call, whatever is comfortable for you. Next is live and recorded classes, all 6 papers. All 6 papers will give you live classes plus the recorded classes. It means the live you can access recorded n number of times. There is no limit in that. Okay. Next is weekly answer writing practice. I told you the importance of that. Model answers you will get. Next is timely evaluation. Suppose you are giving every Sunday test, okay, but you are not getting evaluated copies. That is a very common phenomenon in other institute. We do take care of that. Before the next test, you should get your evaluated copy of the last test, so that whatever mistakes you have committed, you can rectify in the next test. So that is why this Sunday, this is tomorrow, there is a test in Indian Economic Service batch. They will submit the copy by 10 PM on Sunday itself, and they will get the evaluated copy before the next test with the model answer. Next is hard copy study material. delivered to your doorstep. आपके घर आएगा इतना बड़ा bundle. And weekly you will get current affairs PDF. And the last one is doubt session. I know doubts are very important. If doubts are not entertained on time, it's very difficult to prepare. So we do provide all kind of facility to entertain your doubts. And a phone call with the faculty. Now in other institute you are not able to connect with the faculty. You are able to connect with the mentor. So we have two things. We have mentor as well if you want. They are also subject matter expert and given lot of examinations like this. And second one, if you want to consult with faculty also, that is also there. Okay. New batch for 2024 examination starting from 1st May. Okay, 1st May 2023. This is the year-long batch. I would recommend if you are serious about your preparation, you can avail this. So these are the facilities you will get. Okay, again I told you in the batch. And for all of you, those who are attending, they can attend a demo class for free. Okay, those who are attending, I can see demo class for free. आपको क्या करना है, जितने भी लोग अभी अटेंड कर रहे हैं, मैं आपके लिए फर्स्ट डेमो क्लास फ्री है. बस इस नंबर पे आप व्हाट्सएप कर दो, यू विल गेट अ लिंक ऑफ दिस डेमो क्लास. ओके, ठीक है, तो मिलते हैं डेमो क्लास में आप सभी. डू रजिस्टर, इट्स अ फ्री रजिस्ट्रेशन फॉर डेमो क्लास. Any query you can contact on this email ID, write it. Our subject matter expert will give you proper counseling on this number as well. If you connect to a counselor, they'll guide you perfectly. Yes, Bushra and others are saying something, so I'll just read the comments and then we'll wind up the session. See, for GS there is no shortcut, my dear student. If there is a shortcut to success, then there must be all of you at that particular success. So always remember that if you want to achieve something very different, you have to do something different. If you are doing the same thing again and again, expecting the different results, then obviously you have to open your eyes, my dear student. So there is no shortcut for GS. GS, you have to read NCERTs, and I have to read our material, you have to attend the classes, understand the subject. There's no shortcut. NCERTs are enough. Bushra is saying correctly. Course will go for 7 to 8 months, Rishabh. It requires immense amount of effort. It's a long syllabus as well. Like whatever you have studied in your whole post graduation 2 years, we'll be teaching that in 8 months. And that too we assume that you are a postgraduate in economics. If you are struggling with the basics, we'll provide you solution for that as well. Classes from very basics. If you struggle from those basics as well, we'll give you some recorded modules of the basic economics like utility, basic micro 12th standard. तो आपका कोई भी level हो, don't worry about it. Whatever level you are, whatever background you are coming in. Isha, Swaroop and Tanveer, 2 selected candidates, rank 1 and rank 2. Isha was from Delhi School of Economics. She qualified. Tanveer was from Kashmir University. Does not have any access to education from Delhi or something very hi-fi, but he was also able to qualify. So the answer to your question is anyone can do it. It requires knowledge of economics and a post-graduation degree. Doesn't matter your background, where you come from. Okay. So I hope you enjoy the session. It took a lot of effort from me as well as my whole backend team. So I really thank all the backend team, those who are behind the curtain, helping you guys to conduct this live session. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any queries, you can ask me right now. I can stay for 1 more minute. First year PG, I have not even read econometrics and all. It's good to take the course now. Yeah, in econometrics we also teach from very basic. I know 95% of students are not aware about what is econometrics. If I ask you why we need econometrics, they are not able to tell. What is econometrics? Not able to tell the definition. Okay. Shubham, what are the level of question? Level of question depend on the syllabus. These are very simple, straightforward, not very difficult, but writing answers is challenging. Honestly, I'm telling. You just see the previous year question papers in order to see the level. Okay. That is also all available on the website, also available on mobile app. Don't go here and there, search for those PYQs, and in the answer, the hard copy study material that we will provide you the solved previous year question paper as well, solved. Okay, so don't worry about the previous year question papers, we will be providing you that as well. Okay, what are the level of question? Okay, done. Till when the course will go? Course will go till January, February for sure. Then you can write the test series and give the exam and clear in the first attempt. Okay, any other doubt if you have, and you can ask. So there are 1000+ lectures also available on our mobile app. These are free. Okay, so this is the only batch that we are starting from 1st May. So don't miss out. If you have a dream of becoming an economist, now whenever you will tweet, there will be a lot of comments. So if you want to become an economist in Government of India, in Ministry of Finance, I think that's the great opportunity that you have to appear for this examination. Okay. Okay guys, thank you so much, and good night. We'll see you in the next session. It was a long session, so thank you for listening it patiently. Ecoholics is there to help you, whether you are the part of Ecoholics or not. We are always there for you. So don't worry about getting the mentorship, getting the help. And I receive almost hundreds of thousands of WhatsApp messages on a daily basis, and I don't know whether they are subscribed students or not. I do help them on a daily basis. So it's not how we distinguish, we differentiate. We are there to help you to make your dreams true. Okay guys, thank you so much. Take care. Good night.